In the world of gaming, there's a classic called Plants vs. Zombies, often shortened to PvZ or PvZ1. It's a tower defense game created by PopCap Games, marking the beginning of the iconic Plants vs. Zombies series. In this game, players take on the role of homeowners defending their houses from waves of zombies with an arsenal of plants. Their goal? To keep those hungry zombies from entering and devouring their brains. It is similar, with zombies leaving notes forewarning a massive attack. The first, third, and fifth stages occur during the day, while the second and fourth take place at night. Nighttime favors mushrooms due to their lower sun cost, but they sleep during the day. The third and fourth stages are set in the backyard, where the playing field includes a pool spanning 2 rows. Players must use water lilies to plant on water, and pool lines lack lawn mowers, but cleaners can be bought. The fifth stage is on the roof, requiring players to angle their plants to hit zombies due to the sloped roof. There are no lawn mowers on the roof, but roof cleaners are available for purchase. In the final levels, players face the main antagonist, Dr. Zomboss, who attacks with a robot, Zombot, and throws vans. Dr. Zomboss can also unleash fire and ice balls, which players can counter with specific plants like the jalapeno pepper or Iceman mushroom. After finishing Adventure Mode, players can restart with all plants unlocked, but Crazy Dave selects 3 random plants before each level, limiting their choices. The game offers 3 additional modes: mini-games, puzzle, and survival. In mini-games, players tackle 20 diverse challenges, often involving unique tricks and conveyors instead of free plant selection. This mode unlocks after completing level 3 to 2, but players can only access the first 3 mini-games before beating the main game. Puzzle mode offers Vasebreaker and Zombie levels. In Vasebreaker, players smash vases on the lawn containing plants or zombies, using only fallen plants to complete the level. Zombie mode flips the script, letting players control zombies aiming to eat brains behind plant dummies. Survival mode ramps up the difficulty with progressively harder levels, allowing players to choose their plant sets between rounds. Plants vs. Zombies originated from the mind of game designer George Fan during his work on the sequel to his previous game, Insaniquarium. Initially, Fan intended to create a sequel for the Nintendo DS, envisioning a dual-screen handheld game where players managed both attacking and defensive fish in 2 aquariums. However, influenced by Warcraft 3 mods that turned the game into tower defense, Fan shifted gears. He innovatively introduced plants for protection, striving to refresh the genre's conventions. Originally featuring aliens as enemies like in Insaniquarium, the game pivoted when Fan sketched what he termed the perfect zombie. This led to a thematic reimagining, transforming the game into Plants vs. Zombies. Originally, Weedlings was the working title when aliens were the antagonists, but with the shift to zombies, the iconic name emerged. Initially conceived as a placeholder, Plants vs. Zombies stole the show, though alternate titles like Lawn of the Dead, a nod to Romero's Dawn of the Dead, were also considered, albeit not pursued due to copyright concerns. Other contenders included Bloom Doom and Residential Evil. Insaniquarium and Plants vs. Zombies share several similarities in their gameplay progression. Players advance at a steady pace, unlocking new plants along the way. The plant selection mechanic at the start of each Plants vs. Zombies level was also influenced by Insaniquarium. Another inspiration came from a scene in the film Swiss Family Robinson, where the family defends against pirates. Fong drew from his experience playing Magic: The Gathering with his girlfriend, Laura Shijihara, introducing the idea of seed packets instead of random plant spawns. However, the conveyor belt concept remained for many games. The game's division into 5 horizontal lines was inspired by Tapper. Fong designed the level 1-to-1 tutorial to be simple yet applicable throughout the game, attracting casual gamers. Adjustments were made during development to ease new players into the strategy, such as reducing sunflower costs. These changes required a significant balance overhaul but proved worthwhile. Initially, developers focused on the adventure mode, with ideas for minigames emerging later. Some puzzle mode concepts were adapted for adventure mode, but playtesting revealed that extra modes distracted from the main game, leading to their lock until adventure mode progress. The soundtrack for Plants vs. Zombies was crafted by Laura Shijihara, composer and girlfriend of George Fong. Drawing inspiration from pop music and console chiptunes, Shijihara aimed to blend various musical styles, influenced by the works of Danny Elfman. Musicologist Kevin Donnelly described the soundtrack as bright and cartoonish, noting its close connection to the gameplay, with tunes mirroring game events. Shijihara herself described the music as dark but stupid, citing examples like the blend of big band and swing and night level tracks. Two songs, Loon Boon and Brainiac Maniac, were penned just before release, reflecting Shigehara's emotions after playing through the game. Additionally, Shigehara created a music video titled Zombies on Your Lawn, featured in the end credits. Following the game's success, the soundtrack was officially released, encompassing all the melodies heard in-game. Plants vs. Zombies garnered mostly positive reviews from gaming critics, who lauded its replay value, engaging story, captivating soundtrack, and vibrant visual design. The array of extra game modes also received praise. However, opinions on gameplay varied, with some finding it challenging while others felt it lacked complexity. The game also found favor among everyday users, as evidenced by its high score of 87 out of 100 on Metacritic, indicating a generally favorable reception. On July 12, 2011, Electronic Arts acquired PopCap Games Studio for $750 million. A shift in the studio's focus towards mobile games led to the dismissal of 50 employees from the Seattle office on August 21, 2012. It wasn't until 2017 that George Foam confirmed his departure on Twitter. He voiced his opposition to introducing freemium aspects in the sequel, Plants vs. Zombies 2, It's About Time, which was then in development. However, there was no direct link established between these events. Speculation that Foam was fired due to his handling of the game was refuted by former PopCap Games employees, including Alan Murray, a former producer of Plants vs. Zombies 2, It's About Time. They clarified that Foam, like many others, was let go in August 2012 due to a shift in the game series concept. Foam wasn't even involved in the development of Plants vs. Zombies 2, It's About Time at the time, as he had moved on to other projects and lost interest in the series upon learning of Electronic Arts' plans to expand it into a large-scale franchise. In August 2012, PopCap Games announced a sequel to Plants vs. Zombies, with an expected release in spring 2013. However, amidst company layoffs, this news was met with skepticism. A spin-off titled Plants vs. Zombies Adventures was revealed in March 2013, featuring new locations, plants, and a unique farm-growing mechanic. Support for this game ended in October 2014. Meanwhile, the sequel, Plants vs. Zombies 2, It's About Time, was teased in May 2013 and soft-launched in Australia and New Zealand in July, fully releasing in August. This installment introduced new storylines, locations, plants, and a game-changing mechanic called Plant Food. At E3 2013, another spin-off, Plants vs. Zombies: Garden Warfare, a multiplayer shooter, was announced and released in 2014, followed by its sequel in 2016. Plants vs. Zombies Heroes, a digital card game, was unveiled in 2016. In 2019, Plants vs. Zombies: Battle for Neighborville, the sequel to Garden Warfare 2, was announced and released. The mobile game Plants vs. Zombies 3 was also revealed in July 2019, undergoing various releases and updates. Dark Horse Comics began publishing a Plants vs. Zombies comic in 2013, available both digitally and in print.